Hiya, kids and cadets. Happy Christmas Eve. So, over the past weekend, a gentleman came out, bought a silver deck Craftsman. I had got it from the Mayaka group. So that was a $15 purchase. It was part of Johnny's junk. I fixed or cleaned the carb on it. This gentleman wanted it. It was a high wheeler like this one. It was just silver. So I had it listed for $140. He said, well, I got one now, but it stopped running. I had found it on the side of the road. The handle was broken. I just put a piece of plastic between the broken pipe, and I've been using it, but now it's hard starting, I think he said. He didn't have it with him, so I said I usually give 10 to 20 for it. He didn't even know what kind of engine was on it. I says, does it look like this on a Quantum or a Kohler? And he didn't know. So anyway, he showed up yesterday with this thing. So I haven't even messed with it. I thought I'd get you guys. So the moral of this story, if you guys got something that looks like this on the handle, it's Christmas Eve, go out and buy another mower. So the deal is I went in my junk section, I found a handle that I think will suffice. Dyno's holding the fort down. This one here is just no flap for the bag. This must have been a side discharge unit. You see how he's got this one Mickeyed up. The trap door's up, so he must have been getting pelted with grass clippings. We're going to get rid of the broken handle, cut this off. Notice the oil filler doodad is off of the tin. We got to remove the recoil. Clucky's going to move his hiney. And what else? We got to check the filter. I did see that it had gas in it. But first things first, Johnny was over. I showed it to him, and we looked at the underside together, and I said, oh, look, this is interesting. The blade is on upside down. It's been cutting with the back side. This here is sharper than a surgeon's scalpel on that side. You could see right here, it's been hitting the grass, wearing away the paint, shiny right there. So this guy was, I don't know if he got it on the side of the road and just used it as is, or did he do this? Not sure, but we got bales of green material here. So since we're down here, these are 10s, there's 5 in the front. I tighten those up and then come back here and do these 6, 2 here, 1 on the top, and then the other side. So we got to get busy, flip this thing around so it's not hacking and slashing. We got work to do, no yakking. Because if I'm yakking, I'm slacking. Okay, so what do we need? We need a 10 on a ratchet, or I could put it on my impact. And we need a 5/8 to do the blade. Good, thank you. Neighbor's just getting home. You guys got big or good plans for tomorrow? I'm I'm going to be heading to Lakeland with the gang for hammy. So you probably won't see anything tomorrow from me. I'm going to be out of town. But I'll come back at you Thursday. You guys got to email me what you got for goodies, tools, parts, new mowers, zero turns, chainsaws, blowers, mowers. Oh wow, that's so sharp. I think because the grass was going over it this way, it kind of kept that razor sharp, is my theory. You know what I mean? Constantly having that grass brush against it. It was like automatic sharpening. Kind of weird, huh? So I think we'll do a lot better now. What is this? A 2017. 2017, we got to do the model number. Okay, so that's that. Put my spectacles on, kind of dig around. Get rid of some of this grass. This is the cheap grass, not the expensive Gulf of Mexico grass. Okay, let me do this side. So I pre-oiled the safety brake cable because it was rusty. I just wanted to save time when I did the handle change out. So that's nice and lubricated. I always do these bolts when I've got this style mower. Wheels are pretty wobbly. I felt some wobbling here in the front. Okay, buzz those 3 off. 8mm. We'll put the oil tube back in the slot. We don't need the 10 anymore. Battery's getting low again. I must be working too much. So let me give you the model number on the yard machine. 21-inch 550 EX 140cc, model number 11 Alpha dash Bravo 1 Bravo Echo 729. Sounds like a familiar model number. I've worked on these before. Serial is 1 Lima 257 Kilo 92002. Like I said before, it's a 2017 MTD Products, beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. Assembled in USA from US and Global Components on this 2017 conforming to California emissions control standards. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, both pawls are in place. I should probably oil those up, but we're just going to concentrate on handle. I'll come back and degrease this automatic choke. Linkage seems to be moving. Somebody's crashed the shit out of the muffler cage. Okay, focus. Put the two back in the slots. So this guy got some life out of it. Somebody threw it away because of the broken handle, and he kind of limped it along in life for the rest of its life. Then it found my doorstep. Okay, I see what the issue is. The little bent out tab isn't bent out enough. Let me grab some needle nose, kind of pull this down just a bit. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. That's what I like to see. It's got good compression, feels like. Okay. So I hope you've had a good week. As you can see, I'm in a t-shirt. We've had cool nights. It's kind of chilly in the morning, but as soon as the sun comes up, it's quite nice. I'd say it's in the mid 70s or high 70s. I haven't paid much attention. It could have even topped 80 today. I just know it's beautiful. Beautiful weather. Okay, so how can I set you up to do the handle? I guess like that. What do you think? So basically, I'm going to take off these on each side and lift this thing off the plastic. See, first thing I want to do, however, is remove the cable. So I'll sit you here. I had gotten a early Christmas present from Lawrence Carroll this past summer, so we're going to demonstrate that handy dandy tool. Lawrence hails from beautiful St. John, Indiana, so he had sent me this clip tool for the safety brake wires or the traction control cables. I'll show you how it works. It pushes in the tab. You could use a needle nose, but you just put this through the wire, push the tabs, down, and then finagle your Z-bend through the linkage. Come on. Why are you being difficult? Oh, let me get down here and see. Snake this thing through. Oh, there we go. Kind of had it backwards. So this is BS Small Engines. You could Google that. BS Bravo Sam Small Engines. So thanks again, Lawrence. I've been using that little quick release tool. Handy dandy. St. John, Indiana sounds like a fantastic place to hail from. So let me get you here. We're going to remove this load of crapola. I'll start with these. And then I got to remove this rope. I'm just going to cut it. And I need the bail bar. This junk rear end does not have a bail bar, and I'm going to need to cut some of these zippy ties, I think. So that's that. Grab my razor, cut this nonsense. Okay, there's one. We'll cut this one. Boy, what you can do with some strapping, some foam. I don't know what the heck the foam did here. Okay, let me start pulling on these tubes equally. A little bit of pressure. Okay, all right. What a cluster. Helen or Henry, you got a machine like this? I need you to go out and get another one. Schedule 40. Guy said he was an electrician, so this is probably some leftover conduit. He was a electrical contractor, said he didn't know anything about engines. Okay, so that goes down. Okay, Clucky, this is no time to be sleeping. Dino's over here working like a banshee, and you're not doing a damn thing. Thanks, Dino. I can always count on you. Okay, so this one had no nuts in the plastic and no screws. I just got to get the tubing out here. So this is what it looks like. It's got the hard rear end, and this came off of a Boland's 11 Alpha Bob Lima 765, another familiar model number. I see we got a flap here. He didn't give me a flap, so that's gonna go here on this machine. So we got flappage. Okay, so we're gonna have to move some hardware over, some of the wing nuts, because I only got one wing nut here. Okay, get that one started. I'm gonna steal the one from the untubed side. I think I can get this easily. The other side's goobered up with strapping and spray foam. That's the craziest thing I've seen. I don't know what the spray foam did. Was that to keep any moisture or water from going down the tube and rotting the plastic? I have no idea. Okay, so that's that. Now we gotta do some snippy snip on the cable. I need to reuse the cable. Like I said, I had taken each end off and oiled it up. It was kind of stiff. Okay, what can we do here? Maybe there's enough slack in these zippies where I can just manipulate this thing through. No, they got it on tight. So it's time for Mr. Snip Snip. We're gonna do a snippy snip. A snippy snip. I got a couple of new zippies on my lift table. Okay, so what else is holding this down? take the bail bar. Okay. So I got everything I need to start. There's the bar and the cable. Let me get the new piping. Okay. So I want the new handle. I want this indented side facing up because the bail bar goes into this notch. So that's how it's going to be set up. So let me manipulate you guys. Hopefully this feeds in easily. Kind of keep my eye on the drilled holes. Okay, there we go. We're moving down. We're really moving down. Okay, both of them lined up. Okay, this one found the nut, so we're going to screw that all the way down. That one's down. I pre-oiled these up on that other handle so I could get them off easily. I did that when I oiled the cable. Okay, perfect. It fit. Tighten the wing nuts down a little bit more. Okay, so we keep going. Keep going with the cable. Get that threaded through the hole. Well, first I'll do the Z-bend. Now thread the cable through the slot in the bracket. Pull the excess out. Come up here, find the hole it goes in, feed that through. Okay. Time for the bar. This hooked in on the right side. I get that in first because you got to kind of manipulate it. Then I put the Z-bend through the hole and then pop the end of the bar. And oops, that was a screw up on my part. I was down one hole too many. I got to move it up one. There we go. Start that process over again. Z-bend through the hole. Oh yeah, that lubrication really helped. We had some rust on this bare metal. Okay, zippy time. Tommy time, zippy time. I put one here on the hooky dookie. Those hooky dookies break off after 500 pulls on these cables. It's just plastic. So that kind of helps the zippy. The zippy helps the plastic. And then where do I want this one? I guess down here. Something like that. I kind of want to leave the trap door area open in case they want to put a bag, or maybe I'll sell it with the bag. So let me steal this flap off the Bolin's rear end beautiful Lowe's Service Center Advantage. Call 1-800. Too bad. Just kind of bend this thing in the middle and pull it out. So that's all that's holding it. Ah, there we go. Sometimes it's the simplest things. Oh, I see. There's a little notch. There was a little notch here you had to twist to get it to line up and then pull it out. Twisty. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Yep, the slit's on the top. So you put it in, flap up, and then let gravity. So I probably should turn it around because the flap is bent the other way. So we'll do a little, yeah, like that. It's got a natural bend in it from the other one. Most of the time these things get broken off, but since I got an extra one, why not? Okay, there we go. Flaps down. This happens to have a part number 731-07203 if you want a flap. I'm sure part number 931-07203 would work. They seem to interchange the 7 and the 9, but this is 731-07203. Okay, so enough of that. Got some more grass here. I'm going to reposition you. Filter. Really oily. Looks like an aftermarket. There's no printing on it. So I may leave this thing off. It is pretty rough. A lot of buildup and very oily. So the other thing I got to do is move the string holder over to the other handle. It didn't have a string holder, so I'm going to move that over to the replacement. So what do you think our chances are? I think they're good. I think this thing just had some issues, but it's going to start. Worst case scenario is it's got water in the fuel. Okay, seems to be rolling. Time to pull. I say two pulls. I'm always going with 2 pulls. Here's 1. Finally. 2 pull Annie. So that worked out. I'll do a better cleanup on this. I just wanted to put the handle on it, change the blade around. I still got to degrease it to Lawrence Carroll's specifications. So I'm going to mark this one degrease, and I think that's all we got to do because it started. It's got a new blade, very sharp blade. So degrease and new filter with the ready start. Just pull for power, no prime, no choke. So not bad for this 2017 crappy pusher. I'm happy. It was a good $20 purchase in my opinion, and I had the parts to rectify it. No more Harvey homeowner mess. We made it work. So I think I had a machine come in recently without these smaller bolts, so that's going to be good. Get rid of this after I debolt it, and I think I can get the wing nut off of there somehow. But anyway, you guys, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. I appreciate you checking out my channel as always. I'm going to leave the info down below, the model number, if you want to email me with questions, complaints, pictures of your recent projects, or what you got under the tree for new lawn equipment. Tommy.time at Yahoo. Merry Christmas. Adios, amigos. Tip your waitress and wait staff. They need the tips. Do it. Do it, and do it now.